Hey guys, welcome in. It is Brad with College SportsCast, and I'm here tonight to celebrate the end of the college baseball season and the end of season 2 for College SportsCast. All right, guys, welcome back. It is Brad with College SportsCast. Welcome to episode 250. Episode 250. We are the close of our second season, so we're averaging about 125 episodes a season. We are at week 48 of this season 2. So we go for football season in college sports. We go for basketball season in college sports, women's and men's, and we cover the baseball season in college sports all the way to the end, which was last night. So welcome to the show. Like I said, we are College SportsCast, guys, and this is season 2 finale, episode 250. So just a little bit about us. We're on Facebook and YouTube. Facebook is growing and growing. We are now over 2,500 by the end of season 2 here on our Facebook page. We appreciate you guys. You can help support us by sending us stars, or you can now subscribe to our Facebook page. It does give you your own subscribers page, and I do post things on there. Yesterday, real quick, I posted that the new floor at Rupp Arena was put in, and just before it gets out to everybody else, just a little bit, within 15-20 minutes, it got out to everybody else. But 99 cents to subscribe to our channel, to our page, and hopefully soon you can subscribe to our YouTube channel as well. But that's just a couple of ways that you can help support us. All right, guys. True Victory is one of our supporters here at College SportsCast. Log on, go to truevictory.com, and you can use our code TheFanboys for a 15% discount. They have stars like Paul Skeens, and they do great sportswear. It's a veteran-owned company, and you can check them out and use our code TheFanboys for a 15% discount. All right, guys. So I'm going to dig in here. I'm going to try to kind of do this fairly short. I will say right off the bat here that this episode is being recorded. I'm doing this earlier in the day, and this episode is being recorded. So comments and stuff on this, I might have to hit you up afterwards, or watch and hit you up then, or whatever. But I do appreciate everybody who has been a part of season 1 and season 2, and we look forward to doing much more here at College SportsCast with you guys. All right, so the NCAA baseball, Omaha College World Series, the National Championship Series wrapped up last night. We had, of course, number 1 Tennessee taking on number 3 Texas A&M, 2 SEC schools. This was a really good series. It went to the 3rd game last night. Game 3, it's a best 2 out of 3 series. And, to be quite honest with you, it looks like in game two that Texas A&M was going to have a chance to close them out. They just never could get a few insurance runs. They had a 1-0 lead from the first inning with a home run in the first inning and kept that through the sixth or something like that in game two. I think that the changing point, the momentum change in game two happened when Kent was picked off first base on a replay by Beam, by the Tennessee pitcher Beam, a right-hander, a quick move off the rubber, and I mean just made an excellent throw over to first base on a pickoff move. You have to give him credit when he did it. He was called safe. It was reviewed. He was called out after the review. You know, the play was a bang bang play. Even in replay, it was hard to tell exactly when the tag went down. Um, you know, it was hard to tell if he got him in the ribs or if he missed his ribs and got him in the arm. And it was hard to tell, but they did change the call. It was a huge momentum swing, I think, in the game. They had a guy on first base. I think there was only one out. They had a hit, I think, after that. And it kind of changed the momentum of the game. It's Jeff Kent's son, and he was in the crowd with his son. He was doing this when the play was made. And I thought it was a huge momentum swing in the game in game two. Game three last night, I mean, let's be honest, Tennessee, Christian Moore had a leadoff home run from the get-go, gave Tennessee a 1-0 lead. A&M did tie it up 1-1, but then Tennessee takes a 3-1 lead. They stretched it out all the way to a 6-1 lead. And then A&M did manage to plate 2 runs in the 8th inning and 2 runs in the 9th inning. The game wound up being 6-5. Tony Vitello and Tennessee wins their first national championship. You guys know I'm a Kentucky fan. You know I'm not a real fan of Tennessee, but you got to give it to them. They had one of the best teams all year long. It's a shame that Kentucky wasn't there. I really wish they would have been there to compete with them. But this A&M team handed it Kentucky 5-1 in their matchup in the College World Series, and that was part of the reason why Tennessee was our Texas A&M was there. So you got to give Texas A&M all the credit in the world. They hung in there through some injuries with Montgomery and a pitcher or two, and Laviette had a hamstring issue in the College World Series in the Kentucky game. It happened. So A&M hung in there through some injuries and gave Tennessee all they wanted. Won game one. Tennessee had to win game 2 and game 3 to win the college baseball championship, and they did. And you got to give them all the credit. I will say this, and I'm just going to throw this out there, and I know it's not going to be a popular opinion, but in game 1 of the College World Series, there was a check swing that was called a non-strike that apparently isn't reviewable, and it would have ended the game Florida State beating Tennessee in game 1 of the College World Series. That changed the whole outcome of this College World Series. Tennessee's a great team. Tennessee won the title, but at the same time, Tennessee caught a break that sometimes you can be good and sometimes you got to have a little luck. And I think they caught a break in that play, and then they carried the momentum of being a fantastic team. You got to give Christian Moore and Burke and Beam and all their players. You've got to give them all the props in the world because they had a lineup with 5 guys with 20 plus homers. It's never been done before. I mean, you just couldn't get through their lineup without them wreaking havoc and causing damage. And you just have to give it to them. They did win their first national championship. Now, the Texas job opened up yesterday, and it's going to be interesting to see. Do they give Tony Vitelli a call? I'm just going to be honest, and I don't know that he leaves. I have no idea. Texas A&M, the coach of Texas A&M, was asked about that opening. He didn't like it. He left the press conference, got up, was not real happy about the question, and got up and left the press conference because he was asked a question about that job opening that happened yesterday on the night of the finals, game 3. And the Texas A&M coach was not happy about the question. I think both of them, I mean, Texas is a marquee job. They're going to the SEC. In a few days, they will be SEC July 1st. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens there. But congratulations to the Tennessee Vols. I give it to you. You won the title, and you are the 2024 national champions in baseball. 5 in a row for the SEC. 6 of the last 7 have been won by the SEC. The 2020 was missed, of course, because of COVID. The only year since 2017 that has not been an SEC champion was 2018. And 6 of the last 7 champions, 5 in a row, have been SEC dominated. And SEC is the best conference in baseball. Plain and simple. All right, guys. So I'm going to switch up. We're going to talk about season 2 here. Like I said, guys, this is episode 250. I am doing here and kind of doing just a little bit of a closeout celebration here of episode 250. This is our final episode for season 2. We'll be taking a few weeks of a break, and then a couple of more weeks of a break. So I do have a little bit of plans to take a small break here, but we are at the close of season 2 of College SportsCast. I want to thank every single person that has watched, liked, shared, been on College SportsCast with us. Special thanks to the Fanboys, to Jay at the Fanboys and Greenville Sports Media. Let's Talk Sports has been a big part of season 2 here. So I want to give a shout out to them and many thanks to them. The Real Fresh channel. We have been featured on Sundays, our Sunday shows when we have done them. We did them all through football season and some during baseball. Basketball was hard because I picked up Kentucky women's basketball and they play games on Sundays. But for a big part of this season, our Sunday shows was on the Real Fresh channel. So I want to give them a shout out, and Howie Fresh, and many thanks to them. We have been on WSBN TV the entire season 2, and we want to give a huge shout out to them. If you can find us, guys, in the comfort of your own home, all you have to do is download the BoxCast app, look up WSBN TV, and once you find WSBN TV on the BoxCast app, then you can find us at Channel 30 on WSBN TV, College Sportscast. You can find us on your Roku, Fire TV, Apple TV, so you can watch us on the big screen, and that is what WSBN TV does for us. You can find us the comfort of your own home or in a hotel or wherever on Roku, Fire Stick, and Apple TV. So we want to give a huge shout out to them too for being a part of WSBN TV the entire season 2, part of season 1 as well, but the entire season 2. Give a huge shout out. I got to give many thanks to John Hammonds, John Roberts, and Jason Harrison, who have helped me give dialogue here and talking back and forth and insights here at College Sportscast on our show here. And all 3 of those have been a huge part of season 2, and give many thanks to them as well. And then some of the headliner guests that we've had on season 2. We had Jake Crane on. Got to give a huge thanks to him. Also, Jake Crane has been a huge supporter on X, and he is tagged me all season long just about on his stuff. And his stuff is Crane and Company on the Daily Wire, has a huge following. He is a national media guy. Ben, Jake Crane, David Cohn, you guys might know them on Crane and Company. They are a huge supporter here at College Sportscast, and many huge thanks to Jake Crane and all the support that he has done. Not only was he on the show with us early in the college football season, but he has supported our show on X and liked and shared and also tagged our show, College Sportscast, on all of his show posts throughout the entire season. I'm not going to say all. There were times where he added a few here and there, but I'm going to say he has tagged College Sportscast, tagged me, Brad CS Cast, which is there. That's my Twitter or X handle, Twitter handle, Brad CS Cast. He has tagged Brad CS Cast on 80-90% of all of his shows, and he does them daily through the week, the Daily Wire. And got to give a huge shout out and many thanks. Not only that, but he has liked and shared my post on my shows. So Jake Crane, Crane and Company, what a season. I greatly appreciate everything you do. Keep doing it, man. I kind of like it. So, but great job. I love it. And many thanks. All right. That's first and foremost. Got to give a huge shout out to Valerie Steele, the legendary Kentucky women's basketball player. I mean, she is the GOAT. She is the best women's basketball player that has ever come through the University of Kentucky. She was on our show. I believe it was April 15th. Check that show out. She was fantastic. She is very knowledgeable, loves the game, loves women's basketball, played pro basketball for 15, 20 years. She played in the WNBA. She was one of the inaugural people that was on teams and played. She coached in the WNBA. She is the go-to star player for Kentucky women's basketball. And on top of all of that, guys, she is the leading points and rebounder for men's or women's at the University of Kentucky for basketball. So I would love to have her on again. She mentioned that she might want to come on again this year. We got the new coach, Kenny Brooks. She's really excited about the season coming up. So hopefully, fingers crossed, hopefully we will get Valerie Steele right here on College SportsCast again this year. Got to give a huge shout out to that. Thank you so much for coming on our show here at College SportsCast, Valerie. You are a star, and I loved having you on the show. Loved talking ball with you and all you do for the women's basketball game. It was fantastic. And she loves sports on top of that. But she's a huge supporter of women's basketball. And it was fantastic having her on here at College SportsCast. Also had Emma King, player for this year's women's basketball team, on the show at the end of the season to wrap up her career. Got to give a huge shout out to Emma. She had a 5-year career at Kentucky, won an SEC championship in 2022, was part of that team, and had a fantastic career. I hope the best for her moving forward. She said she probably is going to go away from basketball for a while, but I would love to have her back on the show sometime. It was great to have Emma on as well. And we had Jonathan Davis, ex-UK basketball player that played for Sutton and Rick Pitino from 88 to 91. And we had him on the show. He was great, very insightful. Was one of the players that was invited to be on the bus for Mark Pope. And it was a fun time having him on the show as well. So just a few of the guests that we had here season 2, and going to give a big shout out to all of those. Many, many thanks. All right, so some season 2 accomplishments. Of course, the first one I want to bring up is that I am now credentialed media for Kentucky women's basketball, and I've got to give a very grateful thank you to Cammie Moore from the University of Kentucky. She is the women's University of Kentucky SID. And I've got to give a huge shout out to Greenville Sports Media and Jay for kind of opening that door for me. The biggest one is that I am now credentialed media for women's Kentucky basketball. So excited about the upcoming season, but also being a part of this past season and getting that experience and being a part of the 2023-24 season was fantastic. I loved every second of it. Can't wait to move forward with all the excitement that's going to go on in the next few years. To be a part of Kentucky women's basketball, what a time it is. Cammie, so grateful. Thank you for that. That's the first and foremost thing. John Roberts, got to thank George, the baseball SID at Auburn University. John Roberts is credentialed media for Auburn baseball. So we've got some SEC ties here in Auburn with baseball, and Kentucky with women's basketball. Some huge accomplishments here at College SportsCast, and got to give a huge thanks to those two to start with. Fans, views, listens. So just to talk a little bit about this, yesterday or the day before, might have been the day before, I'm not real sure, but yesterday or the day before, all time, we crossed 21,000 downloads for our podcast. I'm not talking about the video, the shows that you guys see. I'm talking about our audio podcast. that is on Apple and Spotify, and we are on Good Pods, Podbean, Castbox. I mean, you can find us all over the place, and I do it. After these shows, I put them on our audio podcast. We crossed 21,000 lifetime downloads on our audio platform just a day or two ago. So that is in after season 2 here. We are surpassed 21,000 downloads for our podcast from July 1st of last year through the current. We are over 12K downloads for season 2. That is just for season 2. We still have a few days here in June to finish it up. We might hit 12.5 or something on our downloads in the calendar year of season 2. So that is a huge accomplishment here at College SportsCast just for our downloads, audio downloads, Apple, Spotify, like I said, Castbox, iHeartRadio, Good Pods, Podbean. We're all over the place. You can find us, look up College SportsCast. Facebook. Season 2 began. We had about 475 people on our page. We crossed about 3 or 4 days ago. We crossed 2,500 people on our fan page on Facebook. We are now have our stars. We now have our subscription channel page that you can subscribe to for 99 cents. You can send stars to help support us. So we are growing and growing in from about 475 to over 2,500 in season 2. So I want to say thank you to that. We have grown about 225 plus on our YouTube channel in season 2. We're above 650, somewhere in that range. On our YouTube channel, still growing, still trying to get our YouTube channel to grow quite as much as the others. But also join us on TikTok. Follow us subscribe on YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram. Those are the ones that I want to promote the most. While I'm talking about this, there you go. I'll get that up on the screen for you real quick while I'm talking about it. The places that you want to follow College SportsCast, follow us on Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and X, or Twitter, Brad CS Cast, or CS Cast _. That is our actual College SportsCast Twitter handle, CS Cast _. Or you can follow just me, Brad CS Cast. That's mine, but I do mostly sports and cover and media and everything else. So you can follow either one, but those are the places to follow us. Trying to build those and get those built up. So follow us again on Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and X. That is the main places that we want to grow, actually. All right. With that said, looking forward to season 3 announcement. We are joining the Real Fresh channel on YouTube full time next season for season 3. Here at College SportsCast, we will be Howie Fresh's only featured college sports show, on his YouTube channel. And we have been the featured college sports show on Sundays. And our Sunday show has been on his for at least a season and a half, all of season 2, most of part of season 1, at least half of it probably. But season 3, we're excited. We are going to be on his channel. His channel is growing, has almost all the needs to requirements for subscription channel. So we are excited to be a part of that as well. Join his channel, subscribe to his channel. We would love to have you. He has all kinds of other stuff on his channel. And here we go. I will let him talk a little bit about it.
Hey, I am Hal Fresh here to tell you about the Real Fresh channel. That's right, youtube.com/the Real Fresh channel. We are a network aiming to bringing you various content each and every day, different types of podcasts, different type of content, anything from College SportsCast and fresh takes for some sports. We also got You Want to Do What? We got the Wrestling Corner. We got live stream. Just go over to youtube.com/the Real Fresh channel and hit us up today. Thank you for checking it out. Appreciate your time.
All right, guys, that was Howie Fresh at the Real Fresh channel. He is a great friend of the show. We are going to be his featured college sports show. All of our episodes will be on his channel and our channel on YouTube for season 3 coming up in season 3. So we look forward to that and being a part of the Real Fresh channel on YouTube. Subscribe, follow, share, like, hit us up, hit them up. We'd love to have you on our YouTube and follow us. All right, so looking ahead to season 3 real quick. Season 3, of course, we are going to be on the Real Fresh channel and WSBN TV. Our channel 30 sponsors here. We are going to be with Home Field Apparel, and we would love to have you guys hit us up on Home Field Apparel. Home Field Apparel is a vintage collegiate apparel company. They have over 180 teams. Tennessee just won the national championship in baseball. Hit them up for their vintage baseball jersey. Tennessee, they have a fantastic one. Hit them up. If you've never bought from them before, use our code CSCast for first-time buyers for a 15% discount. They have the coolest vintage collegiate logos, mascots, throwback teams, throwback jerseys. They have the coolest retro stuff. Check them out. Use our code CSCast at Home Field Apparel. We would love that. Also, True Victory. That is on the bottom of the screen as well. And you can also find those on Greenville Sports Media. We are a huge part of Greenville Sports Media going forward for season 3. You can find our articles, my articles, our articles. John does baseball. Hopefully Hammonds will do a few here. But I'm currently doing football conference articles, preview articles. I have done the AAC and I have done the Conference USA. And I am working on doing all the conference preview articles for college football for 2024, talking about stuff that's upcoming here for season 3 to look forward to. So also on greenvillesportsmedia.com, check out our website. This is where we do all of our Kentucky women's basketball articles will be there. All of our Auburn articles will be there. There are Howie Fresh does wrestling. We have a guy that does our weekly NFL upcoming. He looks at the week and the matchups and everything. We have that on there. We have Braves baseball. We have Furman sports. Jay covers Furman. We have a guy doing ACC stuff with NC State and Wake. So there's all kinds of stuff to check out on Greenville Sports Media. We would love to have you be a part of Greenville Sports Media. That is going to be our presented by Greenville Sports Media here for season 3 on College SportsCast. So that is something to look forward to. Upcoming, going to take a few weeks off here. Upcoming, we're going to have a July 15th through the 18th. The SEC Football Media Days happens. Our first thing that we will do for season 3 will be our summer series. I call that because it's just July 15th through the 18th. Each night we will come on. Me and at least one or two more will come on, and we will talk about the teams that was at the stage, coach, players, for the SEC Media Days, July 15th through the 18th. We will do that each evening. That is our summer series. That's how we will start. And then look for some stuff here because I am going to be attending the SoCon Football Media Days towards the end of July. So look for that as well. We will do some stuff for SoCon football. That is FCS. Like I said, Jay covers Furman football. They're part of the Southern Conference, SoCon Conference. And we are going to media days for the SoCon football conference and excited about being a part of that. Also, C2 as a part of the SEC women's basketball tournament, and that was fantastic. I forgot to mention that up earlier when I was talking about the season 2 stuff. Many thanks to the SEC office and being a part of that, covering the likes of being there for Camila Cardozo's 3-point shot, buzzer beater, seeing Don Staley, Angel Reese up close, getting to be at press conferences for them. It was just an amazing time. Loved being there at Greenville, South Carolina, for the SEC basketball tournament. Can't wait to go back. So that was part of season 2. All right, season 3, to continue on with that, we will have a season 3 kickoff show towards the end of July. It'll be around the 27th or 28th. That's going to be with Greenville Sports Media, College SportsCast, and the Fanboys. We'll have a season 3 kickoff show special. It'll probably be, hopefully, with a guest. I'm working on a guest. It'll probably be with a guest, and it'll probably be about a 30, 45-minute episode. And that will be a short, but that'll be our season 3 kickoff for Greenville Sports Media, College SportsCast, to Fanboys. And then in August, something to look forward to, we will do a show here on each of the power conferences. We now only have 4 preview show of each of the power conferences and run through each team and their schedule and what to look forward to for the 2024 preview, each conference and the teams. We'll do that for the power conferences, and then we will probably do a 5th one and do one for the group of 5 and talk about teams that we think have a shot at making the college football playoff, 12-team playoff, and being a part of that first 12-team playoff as the group of 5 team that gets to make it into the college football playoff. So we'll probably do those conferences together, and whether that's a Conference USA team that makes it, or whether that's a Mountain West team that makes it, or whether it's an American Conference American Athletic Conference team that makes it. But we will talk about who and what teams have a best chance out of the group of 5 and do a conference preview for the group of 5 as well and the best teams. So in August, we will do those throughout the season this year. We will, of course, I think I'm going to change it up and do our game day pick'ems on Saturday mornings, right before the tip-off or right before the kickoff for football season, and do our game day pick'em show on Saturday mornings and do a morning show, and then we will do a midweek show. And our midweek show will have some of our favorites in it. So if you have been with us and watched, you have probably heard us talk about our Pick Six segment. Or our no-fly zone.
Negative Ghost Rider.
That's not going to fly here.
Just a couple of our fun segments that we do here at College SportsCast. Those have been a part of our...
Can I please have your attention? There's all a commotion around here.
What are you talking about?
Let them yap at you.
It's actually very exciting.
Those have been a part of our Big Fuss show. But we've also do our game day pick'ems here at College SportsCast. And we will combine and do a little bit of our weekend wrap-up as well.
We executed.
I heard a fan offer free Dippin' Dots if I blew it.
Wanted to have some fun, execute.
I had bombs.
Stay as a team, execute, give 100%.
Dippin' Dots sound good.
So those are some things to look forward to, but we will still be doing all that. We will do at least 2 shows a week, probably a midweek, and then our Saturday morning game day pick'ems here at College SportsCast. We will pick 10 or 12 of the best college football games throughout the season and do our pick'ems. I was above 60, about 60% on my picks last year throughout the entire season. I'd have to look up the numbers to remember, but we look forward to being with you and being a part of the college sports season with you guys in season 3. And I appreciate you guys being with us this year for all of the fun with college football, college basketball, women's college basketball, and college baseball. Those are the main ones that we have covered. We have talked about Oklahoma and the softball championship and done just a little bit, but our main ones that we talk about are those sports. And we greatly appreciate you guys being with us and look forward to season 3. Many thanks here for season 2. This is the final episode 250 for College SportsCast in 2 seasons here. And we appreciate each and every one of you for being with us. Look forward to